up everyone, welcome back to the channel, welcome back to another video. Hope you guys are having a lovely day and a lovely new year. Sorry for the lack of uploads in the last few weeks. I've been sick as a dog and I just can't really shake it, so hopefully get better soon. But what is the best preparation for Steel Path in 2026 or just in general overall? The main problem to this is that there isn't really one specific answer. People will tell you multiple different things. Personally speaking, I heard arbitration, sanctum, Xamit, and fuck, my personal opinion on this one is alone. Completing the hex. Like, once you get through all that, you start grinding them out repeatedly, and you get a lot of their mods, you get a lot of their arcanes, you get a lot of anything they offer in there specifically. Fuck, weapons even are really good. While these are all great starts to try to get into Steel Path, there is primarily 2 Warframe and 2 weapon type mods that you will see in every single build that you should be bringing in, and these mods being for weapons, galvanized and riven mods. For Warframes, it's going to be a mix of prime mods and corrupted mods. So while Steel Path isn't for everyone, as some gamers just don't care, I have a lot of friends like this, or just even have lack of interest in Steel Path, it's a fair call. Some people just don't have the interest, but for those who do and just want to even just enjoy a bit of a challenge, or fuck, heck, for me, I like the build theory to it to try to break shit. It's a fun way to experience. The Riven and Prime mods are going to be the least of your concerns in starting Steel Path. While they're extremely powerful, they are very hard to obtain early. Not as viable as compared to Galvanized and Corrupted mods, which are much easier to get. Before I get any further into this, Prime mods are obtained from Barrow the Void Trader, bought with Ducats, and Rivens are found through weekly activities like Diviri, and you can purchase them in the Iron Lake. So RNG, well, besides RNG on Rivens, which you're going to need to do a challenge, and you don't know what weapon you're going to get, so you can get a weapon that you don't even have, for example, which sucks ass at the same time, because I have a ton of those sort of rivets. And for Prime mods, there's at least 1 to 3, and it could be random, or even fuck, it could be 4, sometimes 5, 6, who knows, with Barrow, whenever he comes around. So you're just going to need to farm ducats, which you can just sell Prime parts to him when he's around. Obviously, D will tell you when he's coming and all that sort of stuff. You can check in game as well. But again, these are 2 things that are more of an over time, whereas the galvanized mods and the corrupted mods you can get as early as base star chart anytime you feel like. And there are a lot of people who do trade these mods in the Warframe market. Whilst I think that is an absolute joke, like, don't even bother doing that. You're better off just getting them yourself. It's still just there for those who want to take that option. So the galvanized mods are obtained from arbitration, which is also a great way of getting easy endo. As for what you will need to get the galvanized mods, you'll need to get the vital essence, which can be a drop from enemies, or can be a reward from completing arbitration missions, or just that round. Other rewards can be some items like Iatan sculptures, mods, and arcanes. As for the galvanized mods themselves, again, you will need to purchase them with Vital Essence in the Strata Relay from the vendor. This guy on the left, do not speak to the right guy. He will be your medallion guy for if you are pledged to the Arbiters. Keep this in mind, you don't need to be pledged to them at all for arbitrations. This is something separate entirely. Also keep in mind that arbitration is unlocked. I believe it was either Pluto or Neptune, one of the 2 it unlocks when you get that unlocked, that planet unlocked. Again, I can't remember who told me which one it was, but it is one of the 2. Keep that in mind. Otherwise, the best mods to personally get, in my take, is going to be the multi-shot and status ones first, and then you kind of buy everything else and see how you want to build. As for the melee, I just got crit and status myself for those. For the dragon keys, this is a bit more of a complicated thing. Dragon keys are how you get the corrupted mods. So keep this in mind. You'll need to be part of a clan to access the clan dojo and go to the Orican area. Once you go to the Orican area, you'll be able to buy them. Well, they're not going to really cost much anyway, so don't stress. But yeah, once you obviously get what you need, just go to Deimos after crafting them. They do obviously take some void traces, so keep that in mind. And you're just going to run a capture mission. The capture mission is the easiest mission to do. If you're doing this in a team, only one person needs to have the key. If you're doing this solo, again, you're going to be the person with the key. Run the mission, look for this door, and once you obviously enter the door, you collect your mod, get out. If you're doing this in a team, only one person needs to collect it, and everyone will have the mod. So one thing you just got to remember with corrupted mods is as well, they will always be giving you a negative to something. So don't expect yourself to go in there and go, oh cool, I got a corrupted mod and it's going to be awesome. No, you're going to have to work around some of these negatives because they can affect the build in good or bad ways depending on however you build. As for the building and all that sort of shit, that's up to you. I'm not going to get into that can of worms. But yeah, dragon keys, again, they're really not that hard. Just do the capture mission. I personally would recommend using a frame that doesn't rely on one of the keys debuffs. Keep this as a reminder. The keys will debuff you in something, so speed, shield, health, and something else. I can't remember what it was, but this is just basic. I tend to run something that doesn't get fucked over by that specifically, so the key really has no effect on me. Besides arbitration and dragon keys, the only other notable areas I suggest farming is the Examine Sanctum and the Hex, aka 1999, as there are a lot of good mods and arcanes from there that you will really use for both your warframes and your weapons. As for really good weapons that you can get, unless you're crazy about Railjack, Kuva, Coda, and the Tenta weapons are all solid picks. Personally, all of them are better than, well, different variants of their form. They're still good, but to an extent. And besides from that, the prime ones are, again, the other most viable options you can get. Again, sometimes the prime doesn't always save the weapon, but it is there because it's still a viable option. But yeah, these are just otherwise the basic factors to getting into Steel Path. And realistically speaking, the galvanized and corrupted mods are always going to be what you use the most. Things like the ribbons, they're just going to be RNG because they're not always needed. Sometimes a ribbon isn't even worth putting on a gun because the gun just generally doesn't need a ribbon, or the ribbon distribution kind of fucks it. I will say, the distributions, yeah, two of my favorite guns are fucking ribbon 1 and 2, so boom, that hurts me to my core. Otherwise, prime mods are going to be one of the other golden ways. But keep in mind, you're going to need ducats, so you're going to need to farm out the void fissures and crack some relics. If you are going to do obviously prime mods, just you got to wait for borrows, so this is more of a time thing. So don't stress out. You may not have a lot of prime mods even while you're starting Steel Path, and that is fine. A lot of people don't. I didn't have many myself, and I'm still enjoying the Steel Path vibe, and I'm loving it to this day. Don't have all the prime mods, but hopefully get them one day. Otherwise, yeah. Hope you guys did enjoy the video, and that's all from me. Considering the like and subscribe if it did help you in any way. Till then, enjoy your day, night, afternoon, wherever the hell you are. Peace out, enjoy, have fun.